Hey CD11, we are back with another weekly budget update. And based on your feedback from our budget surveys that we circulated, it is not surprising at all that the Los Angeles Police Department was identified as one of your top priorities. So I am super excited to get to sit down this morning with Interim Police Chief Dominic Choi. Good morning, Chief Choi.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. So, Chief, it is just an absolute honor to get to have you at the helm of LAPD. I know you spent time at LAX Field Services Division, and I know you were the commanding officer for Pacific, so you know many of our issues. And I know my constituents are really excited to welcome you back to the West Side.
Thank you very much. Yeah, absolutely. I worked over there as a commanding officer, and I still have a lot of great relationships with the community out there in the Pacific area. It's a great community, and they deserve to be heard, so that's why I'm here.
Awesome, awesome. Well, as folks know, the LAPD budget is the largest expense here in the city of Los Angeles. So I was wondering if you could just give us an overview of some of the key programs and resources that the LAPD provides to the city of LA.
Absolutely. So the vast majority of our budget, 93%, goes to salaries and overtime, so our people are our greatest assets. But we also have a lot of other programs that our funds go to for our equipment, for our black and white patrol vehicles, our motorcycles. Those are essential to keep our fleet running and our response times at a minimum, and quite frankly, getting our police to and from where they need to be safely. We have community programs such as Community Safety Partnership Bureau. You know, part of crime fighting is not just reducing the number of crimes, but it's also building community capacity so they can also be self-sufficient, educated, and we got to work in partnership to reduce crime. And we can create safe environments that they define what safe is, not us. This budget is complex, but a lot of it goes to supporting the community directly and not just the cops.
So talk to me a little bit just about the size and scale of the LAPD.
Well, so as of this morning, I'm unhappy to say we're at 8,897 sworn. Last week we were at 8,915, and in January of 2019 we're at 10,103. So you can see those numbers have gone down dramatically, and we need help. We're treating more than we're hiring, and that's a problem. But putting it comparatively, I looked at NYPD and Chicago PD. And so per 1,000 residents, the NYPD and Chicago PD are between 4.5 and 4.7 officers per 1,000 residents. We're at 2.2. So we're probably more than 50% less compared to other large comparable agencies. And that's a huge problem.
Well, and it's something that has been concerning to me for a long time. And I know one of the things that constituents on the west side of Los Angeles consistently ask about is, how do we get more police officers in our community, and what can we do to speed up response times? So we've made some historic investments in recruitment and retention. What's it looking like as we head into the next budget year?
Well, let me start by saying the current mayor has been nothing but supportive in allowing us to try to hire to our max capacity. Council's approved that budget in prior years, so I'm thankful for all that support to hire. We haven't met our goal of hiring 60 per class every 28 days, so 13 classes a year. We've fallen short of that, but we have to still have that goal. We can't shoot for a lower number because achieving a lower number is not going to get us to where we want to get. I will tell you that there is some good news. In January, so we've projected that we need about 1,200 applications every month to reach a goal of 60 in a class 6-8 months down the line when the processing's done. In January, we had almost 1,300 new applications, which is great. That's the highest number we've had. I think our highest number in 2023 was 800 applications in 1 month. So we're making some progress. But going back to the budget, we have $1 million for marketing expenditures this year. We're asking for that next year. I think we need to change the perception of law enforcement, not only in LA, but in the nation. I think we need to do a better job of retaining those people that are applying, meaning We looked at what our recruiters are doing out there in the field. We see a much higher percentage of people actually taking the multiple choice test if they get a chance to talk to a recruiter in person as opposed to just visiting the Join LAPD online. But I encourage everybody to join LAPD online and look at what we have. In that website, we have a bunch of different locations, times, and dates where we're having hiring seminars or training seminars. Go to those places and you can meet our recruiters, and hopefully you'll take the multiple choice test.
Well, thank you for that, Chief. You know, one of the things that I have always noticed about LAPD is just your incredible ability to adapt to new circumstances, to changing trends in policing, to drastic swings in your budget and financing. And you always seem to do it with real leadership and drive and commitment and engagement. I'm really excited about some of the technological supplements that we are investing in as a city. The expansion of our real-time crime centers is something that I'm going to look forward to working with you on over the next few months. And Chief, I think I speak for the vast majority of my constituents when I say that we are fully committed to improving morale and retention within the ranks at LAPD. We see that as a very, very important investment. And so my final question for you is, how can I, as an elected official, with the support of my community, get you the support you need to continue the very important work you do?
Well, so thank you for that. And I think a big part of the solution to our retention and our wellness and our morale is, again, changing the narrative of policing, right? Obviously, the budget and finances will really help, but I think at its core, officers need to hear that their work is valued, that they're appreciated. And that's not to say that we're not going to hold people accountable for doing the wrong thing, but they don't hear enough, in my opinion, when they do the right thing, which is daily. These are true heroes on a daily basis that you never hear about. But when that narrative becomes the primary narrative, not what they're doing wrong, I think you're going to see our internal recruiters, meaning all of our cops, change the pace in hiring. You're going to have more applications. They're going to perform better because they're doing it with a positive, happier attitude. And you will see policing change in Los Angeles.
Well, on the West Side, we appreciate and we respect our local police officers. Chief Choi, welcome to the helm of LAPD. We are so excited to have you there. Thank you for making the time to sit down with me. And CD11, we will be back next week with another budget update.